fellow adventurers, welcome to my channel. Today I am super excited to talk about one of my favorite destinations, the breathtaking province of British Columbia in Canada. Picture this, a vast land 4 times the size of Great Britain, where rugged coastlines meet majestic mountains and stunning landscapes beckon you at every turn. With a population of just 5.4 million, it's a paradise for adventure seekers and nature lovers. It is a place where you can escape the crowds and immerse yourself in the untamed beauty of nature. But hold on, before you pack your bags and set off on your own British Columbia adventure, there are a few things I wish I knew before I traveled there. That's why I am here to share some valuable tips and insider knowledge that will help you to plan your trip to British Columbia. So let's dive right in. British Columbia is the 3rd largest province in Canada, located between the Pacific Ocean and the Rocky Mountains. It's a heaven for both nature lovers and city dwellers alike. From rocky coastlines to sandy beaches, lush forests to serene lakes, and even inland deserts, British Columbia boasts the diversity of landscapes that will leave you in awe. Last year, our journey took us on an unforgettable trip around British Columbia, and we've already made a series of vlogs about our experiences in different parts of BC, including Vancouver Island, Sunshine Coast, and must-visit places near Vancouver. In this video, I'll be sharing everything you need to know before traveling to British Columbia. I'll cover the best time to visit, what to expect, and where to stay. By the end of this video, you will be armed with all the tips and tricks to make your BC adventure truly unforgettable. So, let's get started. How to get to British Columbia? The most common and convenient way to get to British Columbia is by air. Vancouver International Airport is the main gateway to British Columbia, and there are dozens of smaller airports throughout the province. There are direct flights from London and major cities in North America and Europe to Vancouver. Do you need a visa for British Columbia? Great news for all you fellow adventurers. If you are a US citizen planning to explore British Columbia, you're in for a treat. No need to worry about a tourist visa, as you can stay up to 180 days without one. There is more. If you are from the UK, Europe, Australia, Singapore, or Japan, you are in luck too. You won't need a tourist visa either. Instead, you should obtain an electronic travel authorization known as ETA, which is valid for a fantastic 5 years. Canada recently added more countries to the visa-free travel list, so make sure to check the official website for all the latest updates. When is the best time to visit British Columbia? When it comes to traveling to British Columbia, you might be surprised that it's not always icy and cold, as you might imagine Canada to be. In fact, British Columbia can get pretty hot during the summer, and some parts like Vancouver and Vancouver Island have the mildest weather in the country, even during the winter. The beauty of British Columbia is that you can visit all year round, depending on what you want to do and see. If you're a winter adventure lover and dream of hitting the slopes, then visiting during winter is a no-brainer. Whistler is your go-to destination with its fantastic ski resorts. On the other hand, if you are more into hiking and immersing yourself in nature's wonders, then the ideal time to explore BC is from late April to early October. Keep in mind though, the peak season in British Columbia is between mid-July to mid-August, when the whole region comes alive with vibrant activities. This is the time when you can comfortably swim in the crystal clear lakes or even in the refreshing ocean waters. How many days do you need to see British Columbia? British Columbia is massive. It's bigger than France and Germany combined, or almost 4 times the size of Great Britain. This means you cannot possibly see everything in a short trip. Here's the deal: to make the most of your BC adventure, plan ahead and figure out what you want to do and see. If you're keen on exploring the vibrant city of Vancouver and its surroundings, you can totally do it justice in a week. But if you're planning to dive into the best of BC, including Vancouver Island and the Sunshine Coast, then you'll need to set aside at least a couple of weeks. And here's another idea. If you're up for a scenic road trip and want to travel between Vancouver and the Canadian Rockies, then you should allocate at least 10 days. If you're blessed with more time on your hand, don't hesitate to explore British Columbia in greater depth and at a slower pace. The longer you stay, the more hidden gems you will discover. How to get around British Columbia. If you're planning to stay in Vancouver only, you don't need a car. You can basically walk around, cycle, or use public transport. But that's not the case if you're planning to see more of BC. To go around the province, renting a car is an absolute must. And if you really want to take your BC adventure to the next level, consider renting a motorhome for the ultimate freedom and flexibility. Now here is the pro tip. A trip to British Columbia demands a bit of advanced planning, especially when it comes to securing your visa. Trust me, we learned this the hard way. Camper vans and caravans are in high demand and everyone books them well in advance. So don't wait until the last minute. Be smart and book your ride ahead of time to ensure a smooth journey. British Columbia is home to many small and big islands, and to visit them you can also take a ferry, which is another common form of transport in the area. British Columbia uses the metric system. Here is a quick note. British Columbia, just like the rest of Canada, uses the metric system. That's right, distance is measured in kilometers, fuel is pumped in liters, and weather forecasts are all in Celsius. It's a common assumption that Canada follows the same measurement as the US, but that's not the case. And don't forget that many countries use the metric system. Is British Columbia expensive? The short answer to this question is yes. In general, Canada is an expensive country to travel to, and British Columbia is one of the most expensive provinces in the country. However, it is important to remember that the cost varies depending on various factors, such as where you are flying from, types of accommodation, what you want to see, and how you want to spend your time. To give you an idea, a comfortable one-week holiday for two people may require an average budget of over $5,000. That said, there are ways to save money, like renting a motorhome, which combines transportation and accommodation. Is British Columbia safe? Canada is generally very safe, and British Columbia is not an exception. With strict gun laws and low crime rates, you can feel safe during your visit. The province is not prone to natural disasters, so the risk of encountering such events is minimal. However, it is essential to be mindful of certain factors when hiking in the woods and mountains. British Columbia is known as a bear country. Encounters can happen almost anywhere, even in urban areas. Additionally, there are around 4,000 cougars in BC. This is not a visit, right? There is a chance to see cougars too. Many hikers saw them. And I'm like, okay, for bear I'm prepared, but for cougar, literally, I have no idea what I should do. While wildlife attacks on humans are rare, it's crucial to respect and keep a safe distance from these animals. When you go on a hike, consider making noise to alert wildlife of your presence. And carry bear bells and bear spray for added precaution. Book your hike and campsite in advance. When you are heading to British Columbia, get ready for some epic hiking experiences. The province is a hiker's paradise with many scenic trails. But hold on, before you lace up those hiking boots, there is a nifty little tip I want to share with you. Some of these trails are pretty popular and accessible, which means they can get pretty crowded. This is why the authorities set limits on the number of hikers allowed on these trails to preserve the natural beauty and ensure everyone enjoys their adventure without feeling like sardines in a can. For those popular hikes, you have to book in advance, even if there is no fee to pay. That's why you secure your spot and avoid any disappointment when you arrive. And guess what? Camping on the trails in BC is possible, but just like the hikes, campsites fill up fast. So if you want to do a multi-day hike, plan ahead and book your campsite in advance. I'm going to talk about some of the best places to visit in British Columbia in the next video, but in general, Vancouver Island, Sunshine Coast, and Vancouver should be on your list. Also, whale watching, hiking, and kayaking are must-dos in British Columbia. Let me know in the comment if you have more tips and suggestions. For now, thanks for watching and see you in the next video.